Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. How far in the, what's the date? We're in September, and it's been a gorgeous summer. Lots of outdoor stuff, lots of hiking, lots of traveling, lots of circles. The circles just have an energy of their own. They're just like little generators. And somewhere back in, well, it was right at the end of April that I just started feeling this relief of letting the circles take over whatever they needed to do. And it was kind of a weird feeling of, the paradoxes were just everywhere. So I just started to go with them. And it was sort of like it could have been looked at like an irresponsible thing. Like, well, what am I going to do? The circles are telling me to do this. You don't like it? I'm sorry. I can't argue with them. It's just, I have to trust what they're telling me and go with it because they're paying the bills. So, and they're helping other people. So I don't think I'm going to listen to you over the circles because that would be not honoring you and not honoring what is being gifted to me. That would be crazy. So that feeling of just, okay, well, having a source of decision-making based on something that feels really solid rather than shoulds and rules and habits, things that everybody else is doing. And I just got really secure in that system of decision-making. And I was wearing my snail self all the time, and then I got to where I didn't need to wear it all the time. I just felt it. So every time I felt discomfort, I went back into my shell a little bit to see, to just feel how good it is to be a snail again. So that when I came out, I went at my little snail's pace and felt really happy because I could look around and see the scenery and absorb it all and take it back into my shell whenever I wanted to do whatever I do in there. And that became like a really good sense of self and self-confidence and self-esteem. I am a snail, and that's a good thing. So that was like a life changer. Many people might see that as no big deal. Okay, she's a snail. But it just rearranged my entire perception of everything going on. So I would go into, like, I went to the convention. I'm going as a snail. Everybody's rushing around, got to make a sale with their painting, got to make the best painting, got to get as many paintings as possible in a few days. And I just painted when I felt like it, hung out by the pool and talked to people with my snail shirt, and went for hikes, and I painted some great paintings. I had like 5, and they all sold because they came from this place of, I don't need you to love this. It's here as a gift for you to see what I've seen at my Snails Pace. And so that just emanated from the paintings. And the and hanging out by the pool, I had a waiting list of circles to make. So I made more than enough to cover the expense of going and being in the show, and then not caring nearly as much as anybody else there meant that I won the gold medal. So I was set for a good 2 years. And that was just like a total cleansing of all worries and stress, and anything that was going to unfold from there was just, okay, I'm along for this ride, because that ride I was trying to design before wasn't working. So I'm doing it. I'm in, you've got me. There's no going back. And in a perfect situation that I had no control of making, I can't take credit for any of what's going on right here, other than I followed and did what I felt was the guidance coming to do next. And if I didn't feel any guidance, I would just hang out and be a snail. So that has been just an incredible thing, because while I'm in my shell, people come to me and they pick me up, sort of like, and look at my shell, and they think, oh, that's so cool. Look how it spirals. Let's see what else is going on in there. And so people were emailing me. Laura Day, who has a book called The Circle, she came across my circles, and so we are making something go on. We haven't decided what yet, but she has a large following, and then you are coming along with that. Because, wow, I just went somewhere. Let's see. Wow, I just totally blocked. Yes, you and I are we're like a team, and so people are emailing you, people are emailing me, and I just said we're like a team. We're not a team. Sorry. We are each our individual amazing selves doing these incredible projects, and they have spokes that go out from each of us in a variety of ways. Sometimes they cross, and sometimes they go in opposite directions. And we have built this I Quit empire, which is so hilarious. It makes me laugh every day that
I don't mind team in that context.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're all a team here.
We're a team. Oh my gosh, that's so nice to watch out what we plant in our subconscious earlier on before the Kylego.
Right.
Hilarious. Oh. But isn't that it is kind of, there's such this co-opting of words. Like team used to be something very, very good, and now sometimes there's this connotation of we're a team.
Right.
And it's a little slimy. So
Yeah.
an imposed team, and we're a collective. It kind of feels like the Borg.
The
If
what?
the Borg, if you get into Star Trek,
Oh.
different religion. Sorry. So.
Well, I barely even got to the I quit stuff.
Oh,
It's funny.
yeah. All right, I'll do 5 minutes of supercharging.
Okay, great.
Okay. So Rita has really developed this new, well, it's not new anymore. It's been in the works for about the last 6 months. This snail persona that she brings about with her, and she hung out at the pool at the convention, the oil painters convention. She hung out at the pool. She did circles. She met so many more interesting folks who were very interested in her circles at the pool. And so it didn't really matter to her what the jury was saying upstairs or in the other ballrooms with the paintings. And it didn't really matter so much um, if there was any critique or any sort of like, oh, someone next to me sold more paintings than me, and she could actually just play. And she actually got a request to paint circles too. And so she did more circles at this oil painters convention than painting. So it was, she's learning to kind of, and we're learning too, I'm learning as well, but this learning of like this is a force that's a lot bigger than she is, and why should we question this? It's like this is what's giving gifts, this is what's providing income, this is what's paying bills, this is also what is providing connection and those spokes that she talks about of people. um, During this time too, in the last 6 months, I helped her by like doing little writings on the cosmic landing pages with her circles, and I also helped her out with this I quit kind of concept. And so we came up with some really great I quit concepts. I write a lot now, more daily, so but she always gets to read these I quit things, and she even like took an I quit Mad Lib to the painting convention and shared that with some friends in the hotel room with, and they just loved it because Rita found this concept to be common among some folks in the art world as well, of some painters who actually could commiserate, but just become a lot more authentic friends with her. So it was a lot of fun for her to do that and just introduce. Not everybody got this concept, of course, and so but there were the few who really lit up when she started talking about, the circles and what she's been doing, how things come about intuitively. And so other stories were shared about how certain paintings and certain painters, right, paint intuitively, and how they come and they they recognize this artificiality of this world, even in the art world. So it was really fun. And she even like received a gold medal anyway from someone else, because she already won. Basically, she got there to be her snail self, to actually, go and be present. And that to her was the most rewarding prize at the convention. And so, whether it was paper, or whether it was a circle, a gold circle, or whether it was a gold medal, or it was like a coin of chocolate, she felt that she had the gold medal already. And recognized that even those folks that she knew in the art world picked up on her circles, and she was able to give them a few post-it notes or a business card or anything with her email or on it, or website. And so now more circles are being made. She had more circles ordered from her at this convention by other artists too, who really find the value in this. So it's paying her bills. It's helping her feel steady. And the circles guided her to this convention. When she's, it's this recognition now that it's like when you tap into God's energy, that that's the energy that moves everything. It's just not what we do that moves everything. It's this energy of flow, the universe, God, and these cosmic portals that are opening up into the world that show us images of ourselves, of our soul looking back to us. They're like small soul friends, and sometimes big soul friends, because people want big ones too. So it's so people are recognizing that there's this gift that's coming through Rita, that is this new energy that is not just Rita, it is something bigger that is just coming through. And everyone wants kind of their own circle, their own version, their own soul friend on the wall, who emanates this reflection of their own soul. And even the artists did that. And so she's getting more and more emails and writings. And so it's like she already won that gold medal. She didn't even have to win it or be there, but she won that already.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah. Maybe I'll make you a gold medal.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, or I'll make a circle gold medal, like the soul of the gold medal.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, there are all sorts of things you could do. I wonder if you don't win the gold medal, what, like, it's like that what is that? The golden nugget in Willy Wonka, you could tour the factory and then all these things happen.
Mm-hmm.
So when, it wasn't really about that gold medal anyway.
Yeah, right.
Although the prize is nice.
Yes, definitely.
Look at the circles you could make with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. But you don't have the hand in it. This is.
Yeah.
You are just moving where the hand moves you.
Well, I love that there's a big full moon in my painting.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
There is a circle there.
Yes, there is.
Fun. All right, I am going to go. All right, 10 minutes.
Good.
So it's September, and it's been a great summer. A summer full of more experimenting for me. Back in April, I had a corporate job for 2 days. I quit, and I've been on this I quit mission for the summer of writing, and just I don't know, something kicked me into gear, and I'm writing almost every day. Went through this entrepreneurial shift with Rita, and it allowed me to write and talk, and also the sabbatical allowed me to edit video, and so the Cosmic Landing Pages site built itself, and it's just incredible. It was almost effortless because we already had the content, we already had videos, we already had all these exercises that we were doing. We had all the trust in the world. I had my circle. Rita had her information. It just seemed like it all built itself, and it really didn't have to come about through any sort of forced effort, which was nice because we'd had this foundational work of Kylegoing for 20 weeks. So, and we could just pick and choose, and I could just edit and say, what do you think about this? And Rita would say, sure, let's put it up there. And I realized that the blog and the Cosmic Landing Pages were there for inspiration. They were really there for showing people the hope of unplugging and what that can bring, and how much authenticity, unplugging, quitting, tapping into an authentic self, tapping into the universe and God, and really not resisting those forces coming upon us. Realizing that there's a trust that you can bring that also brings about a calm in the body, brings about authenticity, and it brings about this future self. We talk about Kylego in this Cosmic Landing Pages in video, and people see examples of what we've Kylegoed. Sometimes they admittedly comment that I don't know what's in the future or what's really happening now, so I'm just watching this and being fascinated by it. So, and we kind of love that because it's very much, you can play with that, and time is just not really a construct in these Kylego videos, but they're still inspiring for people to see this level of awareness and authenticity that happens through the Kylego process. And so people have started following along and wondering, well, we do see this on a website. We do see this video is made, and we see them talking about this. So that's happened. And so we have a few people who are like still trying to figure out, has that happened, or are they just Kylegoing about it? So it's a fun thing. Or like, have they quit, or are they just talking that they're quitting? So but yeah, that point is really like to show this inspiration that you can live in this crossing timeline sphere, that you can actually project this out, and that there's an energy to Kylegoing. There's a real energy to the practice of stepping into your future and stepping into that higher authentic self and letting things flow out. So I've been writing things about the I Quit. We've done the I Quit Mad Libs. We've done the early retirement Mad Libs. We've done the checklists for the best call-in sick. No, we've even done contests about the best call-in sick note or call-in sick email or phone call. So, and it's kind of a fun exercise that we get to share. Plus, like I've also worked through this in the past because I have so many resources and knowledge about unschooling, unjobbing. The publisher now, the unjobbing book is going to have to do a reprint because of all the people that I send that, and they're running out on Amazon and eBay. So, because it's out of print. So it's kind of a fun thing. So we get to impart that knowledge and these ideas and just sort of plant little seeds with people. Rita's circles show up. Her art shows up on cosmiclandingpages.com, and we're getting ready to like launch this membership program. And I'm getting ready to really bring along this I Quit kit membership box. It might be quarterly, it might be just once. We're still working on that, but it's a lot of fun, and it's always just fun. It's always fun and light. And these are the things that inspire people, because the weighing down, people know exactly how that feels. And we go on to webinars. We've done a few webinars already where we do talk about the weighing down and like really empathizing and really getting everyone's feelings welcomed on, just to show that, yeah, this is real. And so all your feelings are welcome. So, but with our kits and the things that we send out, we really like to inject humor and play and fun so that people aren't inspired negatively. They can just be inspired by what they can see, and people come to Kylego with us, and we can just share in our own hopes and dreams too with Kylego, and they get to learn this process. And then so Rita talked about spokes at one time, of like these individuals as spokes out to different areas and different people, and we're really seeing this whole I Quit community kind of come about in this very humorous yet organic way. And every once in a while I'll wear my I Quit buttons or bye y'all, and people will stop me and say, what are you doing? So I was like, oh, it's my I Quit button. So it's I made a decision to quit lots of things years ago, and I joined things just to quit them. So they just get a kick. So, and that opens the door just for conversations about all kinds of things, even in my travels. The whole I Quit energy, plus the energy of circles, the energy that, of walking among the stars, they're here. So it's an older phrase that comes to mind is like, the energy that moves us is the same that moves the stars. And that was from a group that I started years and years ago that didn't pan out, but everything comes back around. So that energy that moves the stars, the cosmos, that creates circles, that creates this momentum of happiness and quitting, is all available to us. And we're just teaching people how to tap into that through just being inspiring and just being ourselves. And sometimes our Legos are funny and zany, and so we'll put them online. Sometimes they're touching, so we put them online. Sometimes other people say, hey, I did a Kylego with a friend, can you post it to the site? And we're like, sure. And then we when we feel like it, we do these webinars that cost very little, or we have things that we put out like products or CDs or meditations, and we're going to do a membership with that. So coaching is taking off for me, the circles are taking off for Rita, and so these things, to keep it fun, we don't want to make it too cumbersome and burdensome for us. And when the universe tells us it's right to quit quit something else, we'll quit something else, and then we'll do this full time. But we're both writing the awesomeness of the way that we're living, and these things come about. And I'm writing about this I Quit, That's It, I Quit book is so much fun, and I'm writing more content for that for her, and so I tend to write comedic sometimes, and but it's been fun to write about the I Quit experience, also the Entrepreneurial Shift time that we did, and so we're both still collaborating on that, and we share sample chapters with people who come into our website and sign up to receive things, and so we're starting to build that community that way. People are excited to see what new writings come about in this I Quit membership. We're also thinking about some things with what is that? Patreon for videos. So people want more videos, which is good. So we're looking into Patreon, and this helps fund things, and or at least a little bit. Maybe it gives us some really good Asian food every once in a while. So so it doesn't have to be so burdensome, but it's just very light and very fun. And so people want this. We're like, let's find a way. So it all is coming about naturally. And we never thought the things that we'd be changing or moving towards, because people really love. Rita wears her gold medal from the art show that she went to this past year, and it's hilarious to see her on video with her gold medal, and she just has a little circle on it too. So it just like one time when I did karaoke and I won second place and I had a medal for that. It was just a fun and light thing. But it's been a lot of fun these last 6 months, a lot of writing, a lot of shifting with this entrepreneurial shift, and just letting that hand of the universe guide you, and just to say, who are we to go against that? It's a force, it's an energy that's bigger than us. Why do we think that we are the ones that have to be the ones to guide it? It doesn't make sense anymore to us.
Well, we both ended on that note, didn't we?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
I like it sort of challenges you to talk more. I like that. And I think both of us kind of had a lull at 9 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it was natural. We were stretching and growing that Kylego muscle, and had to a little more resistance in there.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. All righty.
Okay.
Are you ready? 5 minutes supercharge? Yeah. Okay, go.
All right. So Scott and I did the entrepreneurial shift, and just day one, it's the ideas just started flowing out, and it was, as usual, a paradox. It's become so necessary that if there's no paradox in what we're doing, then there's no point in doing it. So we're going full speed on I Quit. Trying to explain that one. We're jumping fully into the I Quit. And so Scott was just typing away with just incredibly inspired writing. And in this age where people have no patience for reading, they were reading every single word, and almost became when they're grabbing their phone in the morning, they want to see what I Quit story is up. And we really encourage them to quit doing that. So it was this weird, otherworldly thing of don't get attached to us. Come, don't get attached to us. Come. And your writing was just perfect, and we started compiling chapters for the I Quit book and releasing them as we felt inspired to do. And publisher picked up on it, and we're going to have a larger version put out there with a larger audience, a larger machine behind it. And we really feel like this is changing the world. And it's doing it in a way that feels really good to Scott, to me, to the people who are involved. Sometimes somebody like the publisher will try to get the old paradigm and force us into it, and we just quit. So we've become this pair that it's like become this buzz. Okay, listen, you got to handle this in a certain way, because if you don't, they'll just quit, and then you'll be, you won't be able to push your project forward. And so it's like we have total control, but we have no control. So there's the paradox again. And you do the web design for the sake of the writing now. That's just become your creative thing. That the web design is a support for the writing. It's a vehicle. And it's a perfect combo of skills for you. The creations and then the technical part that just becomes easy, just as flowing as the writing. So that's just taken several different lives of its own. And it all feeds you and feeds whoever reads it. And so we have several projects going on. We get speaking engagements. We're having fun. We have the clues now are very clear, especially to you. In your body, you feel it immediately. Is this good? Is this going to be a win-win-win? Or is this going to be something draining? Is this just about money? Is this just about some old idea that we think we should do? It just immediately shows up as a signal in your body, and you feel it like just like a neon sign going off somewhere, eyes, stomach, wherever. So you just have started asking these parts, and so you don't even have to feel distress or discomfort. You just ask them and they tell you. And so the guidance is just immediate, and you are totally trusting it and following it, and courage doesn't even enter into it anymore because it's not scary.